welcome to day 2 of our 12 days of Christmas yoga. Today's going to be a nice chilled out flow. We're going to stay on our backs the entire time for about 10 minutes. So make sure that you're wearing something nice and cozy and come and join me on the mat on your back. So just take the soles of your feet together and then allow your knees to drop out to the side for reclined butterfly. I know you'll probably want to look at the screen, but try and keep your neck nice and neutral throughout class. So just listen to my voice and only looking if maybe you're a little bit confused about what I've asked you to do. So keep your gaze up towards the ceiling, and you can close your eyes and focus on your breath. In and out through the nose. Using your exhales to relax the body, sink down into the floor. I'm going to tuck your chin in so you find a little bit of length along the back of the neck, keeping that spine nice and long. Taking a scan head to toe. Just paying attention to anything that you need to be mindful of. Any tension you want to let go. You can keep your eyes closed if you want throughout the whole practice, or blink them open. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, coming into a full body stretch. So fingers and toes in opposite directions, so you're waking up in the morning. And then exhale, right knee draws in towards the chest, grabbing on either on the front of the shin. If you can't reach there, you can grab onto the back of the thigh. Just keep the knee bent, drawing in towards your chest. And then inhale, reach that leg out long. Fingers go back overhead, finding that full body stretch once more. And then exhale, same knee draws in, again grabbing onto the front of the shin or to the back of the thigh. Really giving yourself a squeeze, compressing that hip flexor. Knee as close as you can towards your chest. But once more, inhale overhead. Stretch out the belly, and exhale, knee comes in. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, see if you can pull that knee a little bit closer towards your chest. And then inhale, last full body stretch for now. And this time as you exhale, that right leg's going to come up straight. You're going to grab on to the back of the thigh, or if you're flexible enough, you can reach up towards the shin. I want you to make sure that your upper body is nice and relaxed on the mat. And if it's too much on the thigh, on the back of the thigh and the hamstrings, you can have a nice bend in the knee. So just looking for a slight hamstring stretch. Relaxing the upper body. Do excuse my cough. And as you exhale, maybe sinking that knee just a little bit closer in. And then you can circle out the ankle nice and slow. And then you can pause if you feel any nice stretches in the shin or the calf. And then go in the opposite direction with the ankle. Remembering to keep breathing. You don't need to hold your breath in any one position. And then inhale, reach the heel up towards the sky, try and straighten the leg as much as you can. And then exhale, draw the knee all the way into the chest, grabbing onto the front of the shin again. And then you're going to bend your left knee, so you're going to plant your left foot on the mat. And then you're going to take your right ankle and cross it over your left knee. And then push your right knee away from you, coming into reverse pigeon. You feel a nice stretch on the outside of the hip. Keep your right foot flexed here as you push into that right knee. And then you can stay here, or if you have the flexibility, and only if, you can lift that left foot off the mat, grab onto the back of the left thigh, And then I want you to make sure that you can drop your shoulders back down to the mat. If you're still up here, then just stick with the knee push, keeping that left foot on the ground. You want to stay nice and relaxed today. If you have the foot off the floor, you can use your right elbow to push into the right thigh, increasing the stretch. Using your exhales to relax. Flex the left toes as well that you've lifted up, and see how much you can pull that left knee in. And then inhale, drop the left foot if you had it lifted. Keep the right leg where it is. Once again, taking that push with the right hand onto the right knee. And then take your left hand to your right ankle. Keeping your left hand where it is, you're going to keep your knee in this bent position, keeping the ankle on top of the left knee. We're going to drop over to the left side with that right foot. See if you can get the foot all the way down to the mat, and at the same time you want to keep that right shoulder down on the mat on the other side. So keep your gaze up towards the ceiling still. If you have the room, you can reach that right arm out long, keeping the full back of the right hand and the right arm down on the floor, pressing down, grounding down. And then you can ground down if you can get the left foot or the left toes on the mat. Twisting from our belly button here, finding a nice stretch all the way up from that hip up to the shoulder. And you can use your breath as well, inhaling into the rib cage to increase the stretch. And then exhale, relax. Let's do 3 more breaths in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more inhale. And exhale. And then inhale, lift yourself back up. So you're pointing back up to center, and then release that right leg and inhale, take a full body stretch, fingers and toes in opposite directions. And let's do the other side. So exhale, left knee draws in, grabbing onto the shin or the back of the thigh, compressing that leg. Inhale, reach the fingertips and the toes, opposite directions. Feel that stretch all the way down the side of the body, into the tops of the feet. And exhale, bending that left knee, grabbing on, compressing, knee to chest. Once more, inhale. And exhale, knee comes in. 1 more time. This time, inhale, full body stretch, but as you exhale, leg comes up straight, grabbing on to the back of the thigh or the shin if you can reach. Again, option for a slight bend in the knee if you need it, just feeling a slight stretch on that hamstring. Relaxing the upper body, shoulder blades down on the mat. As you inhale, see if you can push the heel up more towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, see if you can draw that knee just a little bit closer to your chest. And then you can circle the ankle, nice and slow. Again, take that pause if you feel anything nice and juicy in the shin or the calf. And then go in the opposite direction. Gaze is still up towards the ceiling. Tuck the chin in, keep that the length in the back of the neck. And then inhale once more, push that heel out, straighten the leg as much as you can. And then exhale, bend that left knee in, grabbing onto the shin, nice and tight. And then you're going to bend the right knee and place your right foot on the mat. You're going to take your left ankle and cross it over your right knee, pushing your left knee away from you, finding that stretch on the outside of the hip again. And you can stay here, or again, if you have the flexibility and you can stay relaxed, lift the right leg off the floor, grabbing onto the back of the right thigh, and then make sure you can get your shoulder blades back down on the floor, tuck the chin. Use your exhales. See if you can squeeze that right knee in closer towards your chest. Pushing the left knee away with your elbow, so you get that nice stretch on the outside of the glute. And then inhale, drop that right leg to the floor, grab onto the right ankle with, the left ankle with the right hand, pushing the left knee away from you. Keeping your legs as they are, flex that left toes, and then you're going to exhale over to the right side, keeping that left shoulder down on the mat, trying to get your left foot all the way to the floor. Then you can ground down through that left hand, through the left arm, and ground down through the foot on the other side. Gaze back up towards the ceiling, and then deep breaths again. Fill those lungs. Inhale, and exhale. 3 more. Inhale, exhale, breathing in and out through the nose. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last time. Inhale, and exhale. And then inhale, lift yourself back up to center. Push the knee away from you once more. And then you can release that left foot down to the mat. Take your arms down by your side and then take your feet out as wide as your mat. So you're keeping your knees bent. Gaze up towards the sky, tuck the chin, lengthen the spine. Inhale. And then as you exhale, drop both knees over towards the right. And then inhale back to center. And exhale over to the left. So your knees maybe won't touch the ground, that's fine. You're just feeling a nice stretch on the outside of the hips again. Always inhaling back to center and exhaling to each side for windshield wipers. And if you want to, you can move a little bit faster or a little bit slower, maybe pausing at the bottom. Do whatever feels good for your hips today. And then on your next inhale, come back to center. Walk the feet in as you exhale. And then inhale, fingers and toes once more, full body stretch, reach in opposite directions. And then exhale, right knee comes in once more. Grab onto the back of the thigh this time. And draw that knee in as close as you can. And then out, down towards your armpit. Keep the opposite leg engaged here. So you're flexing the left toes, pushing down through the left heel. Keeping the upper body on the mat. You're going to lift that right heel and place it up, pushing up towards the ceiling so that your right ankle is aiming for being over the right knee. Keeping the knee out wide. This is half happy baby. You have the option to keep your hands here, or if you can reach up, grabbing onto the shin, or if you can get even happier, you can reach up, grabbing onto the outside of the foot, as long as you can keep your shoulders back down on the floor. Deep stretch here. Don't lose that engagement in the left leg. And then inhale, release that right leg, full body stretch. And exhale, left knee draws in, again grabbing onto the back of the thigh. Take the knee out wide, down towards the armpit, compressing as much as you can. Engage the right leg, flex the toes, quads nice and strong, push down through the heel, and then lift that left heel up towards the sky, flexing the left toes, ankle over the knee if you can. Again, option here, to raise the hands as long as you can keep that upper body relaxed. And also keep the opposite glute and hip down on the mat. So we're not rolling off the mat on the other side. Maybe use your other hand on top of the hip to remind you. Don't lose the engagement in the leg. And then inhale, release, full body stretch once more. And then exhale, both knees are going to come in, grab onto the backs of both thighs. Knees draw out wide. Ankles over knees, point the heels up towards the sky, actively flexing those toes. Keep that upper body on the mat, keep the tailbone on the mat. And only if you have the flexibility, you can reach the hands up to the shins or all the way up to the outside of the foot, your choice. But remember, this is a nice calming flow today, so don't stress yourself too much about being able to reach for the toes. Focusing more on sinking yourself down into the mat as you exhale. And then inhale, full body stretch, last one. And as you exhale, bend the knees, bring the feet in once more, planting them on the mat. Final move, we're going to do some hip bridges. So take the feet hip width distance apart, arms down by your side. Again, tuck that chin in, look up towards the ceiling. And as you inhale, press down through the heels and roll up through the spine, nice and slow. Squeezing the glutes to lift. And then exhale, slowly lower down. Try and move one vertebrae at a time. Really working through the spine. Release completely at the bottom. And then inhale, lift up once more. Strong glutes. Feel that nice stretch on the hip flexor too. See if you can get yourself a little bit higher this time. So push down through those heels. Nice and strong. And then exhale, slowly, slowly lower. Releasing completely at the bottom. 2 more. Inhale, rise up. This time as you get the hips to the top, keep breathing in. And then stay lifted as you exhale. And then on your inhale, see if you can roll more onto the shoulder blades so you can push your upper back into the mat. Get your chest further away from the floor. Hug your inner thighs towards one another. Nice and strong. Push down through those heels. See how high you can get the hips. Inhale. And then exhale. Again, slowly lower. Releasing at the bottom. One final time. So we're going to keep that strong push with the upper back, rolling onto the shoulders, lifting the hips as high as we can, and pushing down through the heels. So let's go. Inhale, rise. Keep that glute engagement. Keep the inner thighs squeezing towards one another. And then push down into the upper back, lifting the chest, lifting the hips. And exhale, lower all the way down. And then take your feet out wide to the edges of the mat. Palms face up, arms by your side for your Shavasana. Tucking the chin in, finding that length again through the spine. Breathing in and out through the nose. Close the eyes. And relax into the floor as you exhale. Feel free to stay here for as long as you wish. Or if you want to end class now, slowly bend those knees, bring the feet in. Roll yourself to one side, keep the eyes closed. And then slowly push up, keep the eyes closed still, into simple, easy seat, cross-legged position. Inhale, lift up tall through the spine. Take your hands over your eyes, open the fingers slightly, and then slowly, slowly blink the eyes open, opening the fingers wider, allowing the light to come back in. Take your hands to your heart center. Thank yourself for taking the time to practice today. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.